Hello everybody, my name is Katie and welcome to my channel. It's been a while, it's been a couple of months, but I am back and I do plan on making videos a lot more frequently. I kept trying to say recently and that was not correct. A lot more frequently. I'm going for 3 uploads a week, we'll see. My job is finally back down to part-time and I think that I have time now to actually make these. So I decided that a really good starting video would be a May book haul because I got a lot of books in May. I will be including the books that I got for my birthday, which if you've seen my birthday vlog, you'll have already seen these. It was a very long vlog, so if you haven't, I don't blame you. However, it was a very fun vlog. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the books. We're going to start off with the manga because I got a manga for my birthday. So the manga that I got that was a present for my birthday was Bleach volumes 1 through 3 in the Omnibus edition. This was from Kathleen and I was very excited to receive it. Bleach was my favorite series out of the big 3, which were One Piece, Naruto, and Bleach. Back between like 2008 and 2013 or 14. I got this one from Kathleen and I went ahead and I bought the second one, which was actually at 2nd and Charles, which I didn't show at any footage of in my vlog because every time we went twice and both times it was packed with people and it was very awkward to film. Anyway, Bleach is by Tite Kubo and it is about this boy right here. His name is Ichigo and he becomes a Shinigami or a Death Reaper, and his job at the beginning of the series is to reap the dead souls and send them to the Soul Society, as well as destroy these like hollows, which are basically demons who try to eat the souls. And then, as most anime and manga do, it goes off into one big plot that I can't really talk about because it will spoil majority of the series, at least the first like 2 arcs. So that's what this one is about. So the second series I'm going to talk about I also got 2 of, and it is Fullmetal Alchemist. So I got the I got volumes 19, 20, and 21, which is actually, I think, one of these omnibus volumes past where I need. I think I'm one ahead of the one that I actually needed, but this was the one that they had at the store. And I'm so excited. As well as getting the 2nd volume of the Fullmetal editions. These are by Hiromu Arakawa. It is my favorite series of all time. I adore Fullmetal Alchemist. So this is a series which, if you know anything about anime and manga, you probably know about Fullmetal Alchemist. It's one of the most popular anime really out there, and it is about these 2 brothers, Alphonse and Edward, who are state alchemists, and they are trying to get their bodies back and find the Philosopher's Stone because they did the biggest taboo an alchemist could do and tried to bring their mother back. Alphonse lost his entire body, Edward lost his leg, and then later on his arm in order to retrieve Alphonse's soul and put it in a suit of armor. And so it's about that. It has great comments on anti-Semitism, World War II, all these other things. It's a very, very good series. I really, really love it, and it has a lot of elements in it that I usually would hate in a series. However, for some reason, this one just does it perfectly. I got 2 books in a lot of series. So the next one is a series called Cutie and the Beast. I have made a video about this before, I think. And these are by Yuhi Azumi, and it is about this guy right here and this girl, and I can't remember their names at the moment, but he is a pro wrestler. He's 27. She is a fangirl. She's 17, almost 18, I believe. And they start dating. A lot of people are going to have a problem with that age gap. It is a 10-year age gap, and a lot of people are going to have problems with that age gap, and if you do, that's fine. The reason I do not is because it's done very respectfully. He is very, very open and honest and clear about boundaries and parents knowing everything that they're doing, being very responsible. And she is not just kind of the dumb 17-year-old girl that you usually see in these kind of things where she just wants to hang out. She's also being very responsible as well. So if that bothers you, don't read it. However, I think it is very cute and very fluffy, and the art style is adorable, and both of them are very sweet, very intelligent and strong characters, at least so far. Okay, last double, I promise. I got volumes 3 and 4 of My Senpai is Annoying by Shiromanta because I freaking loved this series. It's basically about this big guy and this little girl, she would be so mad, this smaller woman who work together, and he's kind of the quintessential himbo, and she's very tsundere, but like not angry and violent tsundere, more disgruntled and annoyed by his antics and him being dumb and getting frustrated when he doesn't do things that he's supposed to. There is romance in this, however, it seems to be that the only one aware of it is her. He does not seem to be aware of this romance that's going on, and even she's not fully aware of it. She just knows she has a kind of a crush on him and is denying it. It's really just a bunch of short stories about them being dumb and having antics and hanging out and doing weird stuff, and it's really cute and fun, and they are both adults. She's very, very short. She is the same height she was when she was in 5th grade, I believe, and he's over 6 feet tall, so she's probably like 4'8", 4'9", and he's probably like 6'2", 6'3", something like that. But yeah, in case you were wondering, no, she is not a child. She is in her 20s. Last manga that I got is going to be A Man and His Cat Volume 3. This has become one of my favorite manga pretty much of all time and is very, very cute, very, very sweet, about this older man who gets a cat, names him Fukumaru, and it's just about their lives getting better after meeting each other. It's very, very, very cute. As far as I'm aware, there's not gonna be one long plot line. It's just them living their lives with some side characters that he knows and some other animals. It's just very, very sweet. I adore it. Those were all the manga, and we're not even halfway through. So this next one is going to be the last 3 volumes in Locke and Key. I read the first 3 earlier this year, or very late last year, I believe, and it's very, very, very quickly became my favorite graphic novel series that I've ever read. So Locke and Key is about these family, their last name is Locke. They go to their dad's family mansion and they find a bunch of magic keys, and there's a creature in a well house that's trying to do some stuff and they gotta stop them. As far as I know, that's really all it's about. So there's something to do with this Omega key, and at the end of every volume you get an explanation of how the keys came to exist and what they were originally for. It's very interesting, very, very fun. I really like finding out what the keys are about, and the characters are amazing. This is very much not for kids though, at the very least 16 plus, but I would really say it should be 18 plus just because of some of the themes in it. These last 2 books should be the last from my birthday extravaganza, basically. One of them I have already read before, one of them I literally know nothing about, so we're gonna go over the one that I've already read, and it is actually the first book in my favorite fantasy series, which is A Natural History of Dragons, a memoir by Lady Trent by Marie Brennan. This is the first book in the Lady Trent series. This is easily my favorite fantasy series. I adore this series. It is about a woman named Elizabeth, and every book she's a couple of years older. It starts out she's 19, and she is a naturalist. I don't remember what the word is, but she studies dragons, and it is very, very fun, and it's basically just an adventure. I've talked about these books a lot, so I'm not gonna go into too much detail. Just know it's amazing if you want a strong female character and great world building, like truly amazing world building, and you're not looking for wars, you're looking for adventure. And then this last one I know nothing about, but it is one of my only remaining auto-buy authors for obvious reasons, and it is Deep Secret by Diana Wynne Jones. I have no idea what this book is about. Not a clue. I think it's the first book in a series. No idea. So now on to the rest of the books. This video is already long. Let's hope that it doesn't end up being this long. So these 3 books are books that I got my mom to buy me. This first one is Swimming Lessons by Claire Fuller. Don't really know what this one's about. I'm pretty sure that it is about a mermaid and this girl trying to find her mom, who I believe is probably a mermaid. Just that's what it seems like. It seemed fun. I've never read a mermaid book. It was $1, so why not? Second one is called Granny Dan by Danielle Steele. Don't know what it's about, just that it's about a woman who was a dancer, I believe. Or a grandmother that was a dancer, and a woman finding her diaries, something like that. And then this one, I've already read. I didn't need it. However, I've never seen this edition of this book, and it's not even my favorite book from the series. It's actually my least favorite book from the trilogy, but I couldn't help myself. Castle in the Air by Diane Wynne Jones. I've never seen this cover. And at this point, every time I see her name, I buy it. These last books, I got 7 for $1.75 at a library sale, and I was very proud of myself. I sort of read what some of these are about. Some of them I did not read anything about it. So the first one is The Archivist by Martha Cooley. It's about a person who works in a library, and I believe she finds an old author's notes and starts putting together some sort of mystery. I think I've heard of this book before on BookTube, but I could be mistaken. But because I recognize the title is why I bought it mostly. The rest of these are middle grade, because that's apparently 90% of the books that I read now are just middle grade. This one is called Finding Serendipity by Angela Banks. This is about a girl who is helping their friend find their grandmother, whose name is Serendipity. I think it's either grandmother or mom, with her dog. And I believe it is magical realism, and it just seemed really fun. There's apparently a sequel called A Week Without Tuesday, in which I'm assuming Tuesday goes missing, and I think Tuesday is Serendipity's daughter, so the main character's friend. But it sounded fun. This one sounds sad, like really sad. It is called Goodnight Boy by Nikki Sheehan. This is about a boy who gets adopted and then gets in trouble and is forced to live in a doghouse with the dog. At least that's what it sounded like from the back of it. He's been banished to the kennel, and so he's telling the dog stories about his homeland, which Haiti. So he's telling the dog stories about Haiti. At least that's what it sounds like from the back. It sounded really, really sad, but interesting, and I'm hoping that it's not too sad, because I don't like sad stories. I'm hoping it has a good ending, or like the stories are really happy or something, but it did sound like a good, I don't know, just sounded good. These next 3, I don't know what they're about. This one is called One for Sorrow by Mary Downing Hahn. I think that it's a person's friend dies and then they start seeing their ghost. That's all I got for that one. Almost Magic. A girl has magic and starts seeing monsters and her parents don't believe her, but then they do start believing her, I think. Something like that. It's like she's not ordinary, and so she has to stay homeschooled. And then this one is called The Treasure of Way Down Deep by Ruth White, and it's like this girl's goat dies and she looks outside and the goat is like dancing on this well, I think, and so she decides that there's probably like gold or some sort of treasure, so she starts treasure hunting because the ghost of her pet goat was dancing on a well, which personally I would be terrified, but it's also very short. I lied. I had one more adult book, and it is called The Nature of Monsters by Claire Clark. I don't know what it's about, but it had monsters in the title. What's a buzzword for you guys? Mine is monsters, I've discovered. Monsters and like magic and dragons. I'll at least look at it if it says any of those. Which is sad because there are a lot of really mediocre books that have those 3 words in the title. Anyway, those are all the books that I got in May, and hopefully the only books that I get in May. It was a lot. And by the end there, I had nothing left to say because I only really know what books are about if I've already read them, which is not a great way to go into a book, but you know, it makes it more interesting, so... Okay, that's all I have for you today. Have a good evening, afternoon, or morning, depending on when you're watching this, and until next time, happy reading. Bye!